I finally awakened the ability to transform into a wolf, only to be heartlessly abandoned by my boyfriend Calais. The reason? As the future alpha of the pack, he couldn't accept a lowly omega like me becoming his Luna. Heartbroken, I stumbled upon a wounded wolf in the forest, only to discover he was none other than the missing Alpha King. The pain of rejection tore through my chest like a knife, while the whispers of those around me only deepened the wound. Serves her right. Just an omega, yet she dared to dream of becoming Calais's Luna. Did she really think an alpha would ever want someone like her? Calais's new girlfriend, Seraphina, sneered at me with cruel amusement. Crushed by both physical agony and emotional humiliation, I could bear it no longer. I fled in disgrace, but the only place left for me to go was my brother's grave. It was the one place I could escape the suffocating weight of judgment and simply breathe. By the time I reached the small clearing, the moon hung high, casting a pale, eerie glow over the fresh mound of earth. I knelt beside it, damp soil clinging to the tear tracks on my cheeks. The silence pressed heavily against my ragged breaths. Yet even this fragile peace was soon shattered. A thick metallic scent of blood filled the air. Following it, I found a massive black wolf lying motionless in the darkness, unconscious. I called to him repeatedly, but he gave no response. What do I do? If I leave him here, he'll die. Forgetting my own humiliation, I focused solely on the suffering creature before me. The only option was to take him back to my pack. Only the healers there could save him. Even if they mocked me for my recent disgrace, so be it. With exhausted effort, I hauled him onto my shoulders. His weight was staggering, each step like dragging a sack of wet cement uphill. His muscular frame, heavy and reeking of blood and pine, made my arms burn by the time we reached the infirmary. The healer stabilized him, then eyed me suspiciously. Who is he? I couldn't reveal he was a foreign wolf. Doing so would mean his execution. But claiming kinship was impossible. Everyone knew I had no family left. So I lied. He's my boyfriend, a long-distance one. We've only ever exchanged letters. The healer's skepticism didn't fade. Boyfriend? Everyone knows you were with Calais, the alpha's son. I laughed bitterly. And he's been with Seraphina for ages. Why can't I have someone too? The healer dropped the subject but warned me. This wolf named Enoch was severely injured and had lost his memory. He needed to stay for treatment, but only if Calais permitted it. When I approached Calais for approval, he smirked. Is he really your boyfriend? Or just some pathetic revenge plot? I had no energy to argue, but he escalated things, rallying his brothers to torment the wounded Enoch. They drenched him in filthy mud, yet Enoch remained eerily expressionless, as if numb to the abuse. I threw myself in front of him, shielding him. My hands trembled as I wiped the grime from his face, as though that could undo the humiliation. Of course, it couldn't. He was drenched, his hair plastered to his forehead, mud streaking his jaw. Tears spilled from my eyes at the sight. Only then did Enoch look up at me and ask, "Why are you crying? Because of them?" I quickly shook my head. No, just something in my eye. His gaze turned glacial as it swept over the surrounding wolves. Should I kill them all? In that instant, the air itself seemed to freeze. Every wolf recoiled under the sheer lethality radiating from him. Even the pack's strongest warriors instinctively stepped back. Something primal whispered in their minds. This man wasn't bluffing.